Last week, I was at home and my mother and I were talking, and all of a sudden, the building started shaking. Not knowing what was going on, we both grabbed our stuff and ran out the building as fast as we could. When we got outside, all around us there was people screaming, some people were yelling, some were crying. And all the while, as I'm looking at everything that's going on around me, the only thing I could think about was, oh my God, if I don't have an opportunity to see another day, all of the ideas that I wrote about, all of the books, all of the programs that I wanted to do, all of them will go with me. I would have left without even accomplishing a quarter of the things that I wanted to. There's a story about a man who spent his whole life looking for gold during the California gold rush. And unfortunately, he died without ever realizing his goal of striking it rich. After his death, his property was purchased, and one day, as the workers are preparing the ground for construction, all of a sudden, black liquid shot up in the ground and covered all of the employees, who are freaking out because nobody knew what this thing was. Turns out this man who spent his whole life looking for gold was living on top of a coal mine, which is known as liquid gold. How does that relate to you and I? How many of us spend our whole lives investing resources and energy looking for answers outside of ourselves, when the whole time the answer is really inside? How many of us are living on our own personal coal mines of potential, coal mines of ideas? You see, everything we see around us is a result of an idea. But more than that, it's a result of an idea that was acted upon. Having a good idea is one thing, but what are we doing with the ideas that we have? It's only when we act on our ideas does it make a difference. What would happen if we decided that our ideas were worth investing in? What would happen if we forgot about the doubts, we didn't listen to the fears, and we just pursued our dreams with the goal of accomplishing them? I remember when I was 18 years old, I was going through the roughest moment I've ever been through up until that point in my life. And I remember pulling out a pad and a pen, and I just started writing. It was that day I decided that I wanted to start a program for young women. A program that will allow them to live out their potential. And for 8 years, I talked about this idea. It wasn't until this year did I make up my mind that I was going to launch my company. I started my company, the Transformation Cafe, and now I have the opportunity to help young women define the life of their dreams, design a plan that allows them to achieve their goals, and develop the skills and habits necessary in order to achieve long-term success. You see, one of the scariest things for me when I was starting was, what would people say? And the overwhelming response that I got from many of the people who I shared my passion with was, how can I support you? What can I do to help make this dream a reality? My challenge to each one of you is, forget about your doubts, forget about your fears. I want you to think of one thing that you would like to accomplish before this year is over. One thing that you need help with. And I want you to identify 3 people, and I want you to call them and ask for help. It is my belief that there are people who are prepared to support you and I. People who are prepared to help us make it happen. But the thing is, we actually have to be doing something. Listen, all of us are just one idea away from living a life we never dreamed possible. Facebook did it. Kathleen Fillmore did it. I did it. Why not you?